so, if I go through and do this technique here, I can soften all of the lines that she's already got in her head.
All you bitches is mad, hating on me and don't even know me. Y'all just mad cause your nigga want me, and y'all be the same bitches dancing to my songs. Y'all bitches is clowns, and y'all gonna dance to this one too. And all you hating ass bitches, so watch my shit. Watch my shit, dump. Watch my shit, watch my shit, dump. Just what I'ma do, I'ma throw that shit. Watch my shit, watch my shit, watch my shit.
Hold up.
Good up till your body gets good up till your body gets till your body gets
Oh. It's been so ugly in Atlanta. Like, this weather has been raining every other day. This weather, you see this weather? This weather is out of control. Got my snacks. A little bit of sweet, a little bit of protein. Get your protein. Got some nuts. What time is it? Today is the 3rd of March. Oh, it's only 3:41. Surprisingly, I'm on time today. All right, I finally got it together. But this is also a protein, like a little protein mix. I forgot what it's called, but I'll put it in the vlog a little later. Let's see what it tastes like. If it tastes bad, I'm not gonna put it in the vlog. I mean, I just drank some coffee, so that could be it. But yeah, today is Tuesday. I didn't go to school yesterday. Shut the fuck up. I didn't go to school yesterday because I didn't feel like it, but I did go to work. I never miss out on work because I need some money, okay? But didn't go to school yesterday, and then today I didn't even have to go to work. So I'm feeling real energized today. Feeling real energized today. So, right now I'm on the way to go get Jordan in this sucky ass weather, and then we'll be on the way to school. And don't.
Okay,
He's here.
She know how to get that motherfucking shit right, quickie, full.
I forgot to vlog. He be distracting me.
Girl, no.
And do.
I ain't got a Glock on me.
You gonna Glock on me? Look at this bitch.
Look at this bitch.
I can't. She just be looking at fucking. Shouldn't even try. Yeah, I couldn't keep it in.
I hate you.
I couldn't keep it in.
I couldn't keep it in.
Fuck, she got them khakis, man. Bitch. It's not dress code.
Bitch probably just got dropped. Bitch, while we talking,
We better hope we ain't got dropped.
Right.
He said work was good. I was supposed to let them know how work was. I let
Work
them know
was good.
This show, like, you just started.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You
I'm
just
glad y'all
started.
know. I just started at the
Juicy
Juicy.
Crab.
At the Crab. Can't get served.
Right. My bitch serving out.
Like, like, this for you, bitch. Grab it. It's hot.
Grab it.
It's hot. Be careful.
What do they mainly order? Just the boils?
I mean, everybody orders a boil almost like every table, but sometimes people get fried foods.
True. I figured.
It's really just like hot spot.
Same
like,
shit.
Literally just like Hotspot. Like Chinese people own it.
Really?
Yes.
Of course they
Ain't
do.
no Chinese person in that bitch working though.
And of course.
And then, but like they be in the back like prepping, like not
Yeah.
prepping, but getting all the shit like off the truck and shit.
And that's it.
That's it. Bruh, the nigga that own it, he fine as fuck. He Asian and he fine as
You
fuck.
talked to him?
I said hey to him, like I talked
He
to
didn't
him.
interview you.
But he don't know who the fuck working in that bitch.
And don't give a shit.
And don't give a shit.
Long as shit is happening.
What?
That's how it should be.
Right.
Fuck.
Look at this bitch.
Her African ass. She got a booty. She vouch. I vouch for her. She African.
She African. Girl,
More ass than me.
nah, not more ass than you, nah.
You don't think?
Uh-uh.
She got some hips on her.
She just got some hips at the bottom.
At the bottom.
At the bottom. Y'all, I'm so tired.
Honey worked a double yesterday. Got up this morning.
Then haven't stopped working since Wednesday. Like, and it's motherfucking Tuesday of the next week. Like, and I
Money.
work tomorrow.
Money. Look at Isla. Should be.
Put them damn boots. Goddamn them low top boots. Get the fuck out of here.
And he just hit
Damn,
that car.
his car dropped so low.
And he hit that other car.
He did.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck.
Alright. That's why I don't like parking next to them type of cars.
All the Toyotas. 1, 2, 3.
Right. The Toyota crew.
Jackson.
Not Sky. For fun. Excuse me.
Now I feel dumb.
Can you talk to the vlog camera? I need some footage.
You recording?
Yeah. Brandon!
Say hey.
You look so done.
Right, I was like, that wasn't a good hey.
Everybody
What you was doing?
I'll be in Houston. My flight is at 1:30.
Oh wow. You had fun? Hey, that's
We
lit.
need to go with you next
Yeah, let us know. Cause we'll come. Y'all, I don't want to be here. And I keep telling this bitch that. And she don't understand that I don't want to be here. She don't. This is the break room. But no.
What you gonna get today?
I don't know. I don't even want this shit. Right.
Something smells good. That smells good.
I want to go.
They need to have a Chipotle pop-up.
I don't even want that.
You don't want the drink today? You don't want your grape pop?
Trying to be funny?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me a great
Damn,
pop.
did it even peel? Like, it's already done, look like.
I know.
It didn't even peel. Fucking moisturized ass neck.
Moisture, baby. Moisture.
You gonna get your pop?
I'm gonna get my pop.
It's a pop.
I'm really about to get this Arizona down. What you
Mango?
trying to eat today on break?
Bitch, you already know we only got but four options.
What?
Unless you try to go like bar.
Substitute.
I don't really even know what mood I'm in today.
Exactly. I can eat anything. I really want some good home cooking.
I need y'all to come to the big room or black out and go home.
Gotta go higher.
In here.
I'm just raising my hand.
That was last night. So we worked this out last night, but you could be here all freaking day today.
That's not what he had.
All right, who's that that said, yeah, my little amen corner that's like, yeah, that's my hustle. Right on. Okay, guess what? I can relate. My name is Jason. Not that anything else matters about me. You can read the shirt. I didn't steal it. I didn't get it from the Goodwill. How many of you have heard of Hattori HANZO? You go to Paul Mitchell School. A few of you guys have probably heard of Hattori HANZO, right? How many of you have heard of Paul Mitchell? The same hands. Good. All right, let's try this again. How many of you have heard of Paul Mitchell? Okay, good, because you showed up. Okay, fantastic. What? Should have, right, exactly. How many of you have hands? Good. Not even everybody raised their hand for that one. It's fantastic. You look around the room and tell what those are.
They suck.
Alright, so here's the deal. You guys have probably, how many of you have seen a cutting class, some kind of something that Hattori HANZO has brought in here before? How many of you are aware of the fact that Dallas out there has a really long-standing relationship with Hattori HANZO? How many of you are aware of the fact that Hattori HANZO is really, really, really close-knit and basically family with Paul Mitchell, whom some of you that have hands have heard of? How many of the rest of you are just trying to do this so that you can get your hours in the hell out of it? You get a high five on that one because you actually did it. I get it, okay? So here's the deal. My name is Jason. I graduated hair school in 2011. By 2014, I bought my first Hattori HANZO scissors just as a customer, standing behind a chair, trying to make a living. How many of you are in school so that you can do this as a hobby because you already have all the money you're going to need for the rest of your life? No takers. Okay, so the rest of you want to actually do this and be paid for it, right? Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the whole underlying principle of today. I'm here about your money. I'm not here about what you spend, I'm here about what you make. How many of you want to make something for the work that you do based on the education that you're getting right now? How many of you are paying a boatload of money for an education right now? Me too, already have. It's fantastic, isn't it? It feels great. Yeah. And how many of you are aware of the investment that you're making? Not so much in the fact that you've written a check, or somebody's written a check to go to the school, but you also can't earn while you're here because you're here and not there. Yeah? I was a barley mechanic. I toured as a musician for 15 years out of Atlanta, Georgia. I started out right here in this town. The first salon I ever worked in out of hair school was right behind 6 Feet Under, over near the Oakland Cemetery, Grant Park. It's called Lux. It's still there. Heard of it? Yep. Cool, right on. The first place I ever worked. I did some really terrible haircuts there. I probably did even worse color, to be quite honest with you. But all that to be said is that if I can do it, anybody can. Because I'm just a Harley mechanic, and I'm just a musician that banged around on guitars for 15 years and whatnot. And somehow or another, I figured this out way late in my life. How many of you had a career and then stopped doing that career in order to come to school so that you could do this because that wasn't satisfying you? This is going to. Me too. Absolutely. So when I say that I'm here about your money, let's just get down to brass tacks, cool? Because for the little bit of time we're going to spend here tonight, I really want to make it worth it to you. Your time is worth that much to me. That by the time you walk out of here, by the time we finish this conversation in here tonight, you will have a better idea of not just what you're doing while you're here, but why you're doing it. Does that sound like a good idea? Yeah. Because it's really hard in hair school. How many of you feel like it's really hard in hair school for you to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel? That's real, ain't it? Because you just feel like you're clocking hours, and 1,500 hours sounds like a really long time. Right? And when you're doing it 1 hour, 2 hours at a time, one semester at a time, however long at a time, and you're going, please, just get it over with. How many of you were told just go to hair school so that you can get legal? Get your license. People will keep talking about just get your license, get your license, get your license. Guess what? There is more to be had right now in your hair career. Yes, this is your hair career. Not out there. This is your hair career. Treat it like that. Trust me. You'll understand why by the time we're done. But there's more to get here and more that you will accomplish if you will pay a little bit of attention, because this. I told you I'm here about your money. Here it is. Ready? First fact. There's no such thing as entry-level hair. How many of you know somebody that has a 4-year college degree? I do too. My mom does. And she finished her 4-year degree when I was 15 years old. It took her that long. And guess what? When she finished her 4-year degree, she went into the field that she finally got her degree in. And you know what happened? She went in as entry level. Anybody ever heard that term, entry level? You know what it means? It means that you basically have to go in and work down here, and you cannot advance until you get more hours, more reps, more time, more stuff, more degrees, more paper. People telling you you've done a good job for enough times until you can finally level up. How many of you are aware of the fact that you can make 6 figures as soon as you walk out the store? As soon as you are a legal hairstylist in the state of Georgia, you can make 6 figures. How many of you want to make 6 figures? How many of you want to make 3 figures? Right. The problem is this. Hairdressers that don't pay attention spend a lot more time making 3 figures than they do 6 figures. It's really easy to make 3 figures. True? How many of you know somebody who has a license to do hair and is not doing it anymore? That's a lot of hands. How many of you know somebody who was in school with you when you started, but now they're not here already? Okay, let's count up all the hands and let's count up all the tuitions that they had to pay when they first started here, and now they're not here already. It's a lot of money, isn't it? That's a lot of time wasted, isn't it? I'm here to make your time worth something. Nod your head this way if I'm not speaking Chinese. Good. I said that yesterday in a class, and the girl who was actually sitting in my chair for me to work on and show the haircut on, she was Chinese, and so everything kind of got a little weird after that. So here's the deal. We learn a lot in hair schools. We put a lot of information right here, don't we? So much so that we think our brain is going to pop right before we go to state board. The problem is this. We've got to get things going from here to our client very quickly, do we not? Because while we spend a lot of time talking about the service that we provide, true? We spend a lot of time going through the process of the service we provide. How many of you are aware of the fact that there's a product that we also provide? Have you ever thought about it? You ever thought about the fact that the next day when your client wakes up and they've forgotten all about their client experience and whether or not they heard their favorite song on the radio, or whether or not you told them how pretty they were, or whether or not, the paint on the walls was their favorite color, whether or not they found their favorite parking place, whether or not it was raining or sunny outside, after all is said and done, guess what they're left with? They're left with what you put on their head. True? That is a product. That's the end goal, is it not? And guess what? That product speaks for itself. So while, yes, we have to provide that service at the time to our client, because we're in the people business, we're not in the hair business. Did you know that? You know there's no such thing as the hair business. There's no such thing as the hair industry. You're in the fashion industry, ladies and gentlemen. You're in probably the most technical side of the fashion industry. Congratulations, you just got leveled up to the fashion industry. How do you feel?
Amazing.
Awesome. Give yourself a pat on that. I know, right? Add another 0 to your paycheck, right? We're going to have to solve problems that nobody else, no professional that's been doing hair for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, solved. But yet you, coming out of hair school, now all of a sudden are going to be expected to think of something to provide an answer to a question that no one's ever provided before. Pretty wild, huh? That's when things get real. And I'm not here to scare you. The reason why I say what I say is to prepare you. Because there's nothing worse than not knowing that, and then the first time you stand behind a chair and somebody brings in the world's worst haircut and you go, why am I getting this? It's because you're you. You survived hair school, congratulations. It's day one, right? The reason why we do these classes is because this is the start of everything. It's not the end of anything. How many of you are close to graduation? Awesome. Then this is when things get really real for you guys. Because at this point, this conversation right here is literally what you are preparing for in the next coming days. Not months, 2 months, you know, a year down the road. So, not that I'm calling names, I'm not saying this is good haircut, bad haircut, so please don't read into that. But there are some things that we can improve. Now, this is your girl, right? You know her. She's not my client. Well, she hasn't been my client before, so we're doing this the same way that I would do behind my chair. This was not planned. I never ever plan who's going to sit in my chair in one of these classes. Never, ever, ever, I refuse. You know why? Because this is real. This is what I do in my shop behind my chair. Someone walks in the door, I'm going to treat it the exact same way. If any of you sat in my chair, I would treat you the exact same way on that day. So, even though she thinks that she's starting her modeling career, she just happens to be my client today, right? That's the most important thing in the world to me, is the fact that she is never going to be my canvas, she's my client. Did y'all pick that up?
Yes. That's going to be my canvas.
She's not my canvas, she's my client. I hear stylists all the time talk about how they feel slighted because they don't get to be creative, because this person gave them parameters or they brought in a picture or whatever else. Let me encourage you guys, there's a whole lot of creativity that goes into just even accomplishing the picture that they brought in. Treat that as the challenge. You have every ability in the world to be as creative as you want to be. Don't ever let your brain trick you into thinking that all of a sudden this person just took away your creativity by asking you for something. Cool? Is that real? Right on. Okay, good deal. So, let's do a consult. Let's figure this out. What do you see? And if you can't see, well, you're in the back. Okay. Whatever you say it loud. Okay, or don't say anything at all. We can do that too. Huh?
Well, I see that she has like a combination cut. It's a round cut and it's somewhat yeah, like some kind of layers.
We can see the weight line, can't we? Y'all see that? Awesome.
Like growth probably.
So rather than me talk about all the things that you talk about in school every day, how many of you want to hear about 0, low 45, high 45, 90, or 180 elevation today? Everybody wants to talk about that? Good, because I don't want to talk about that. How many of you know what that means already? Fantastic. For the rest of you, you'll find out real soon. Right? So here's what I'm going to say about what's in your book and what's in your curriculum. Here it is, plain and simple. That is the technique that is your baseline. That's what creates the understanding of everything that we do from this point on. Alright? Practice that, but understand that an all over 90 haircut is more than likely never going to go on any client you ever work on in your entire career. I've never done an all over 90 haircut. You know why? Because this person is a client and not a canvas. This is not just a technical haircut. I'm solving problems. How many of you know that you are going to be solving problems for a client when you stand behind your chair, and that's the most creative thing you can possibly do? Right? Y'all are great. Okay, cool. So you picked it out. We can see that this has been layered a lot. Yep. So we can see through it in some spots, can't we? See the weight line? And the fact that her color actually shows the weight line even more is a big deal. How many colors do we have in here today? Okay, so the rest of you guys are just going to cut hair, you're not going to color it? Okay, good. You are no longer, I am not certifying anybody in here as a colorist.
So he was saying like how many people got color in his hair.
So I'm a Schwarzkopf Master 1 colorist. And everything you were to talk about today, because she has color in her hair, guess what? I have to cut it for color, don't I? Why? What's cutting for color? Can anybody tell me? What does that mean? What does it mean to you?
The color draws the eye to certain places.
Absolutely. So if I'm cutting for color, then what am I doing? Am I not just considering the color in all of my hair cutting? Huh?
Right, you're not losing the integrity of whatever the color is by like cutting things out.
Right. So here it is. If you're writing stuff down, again, this is another thing that I stole from my mentor, who happens to be the head of Schwarzkopf USA artistic team, and I use it every single day. So here it is. This is free. A good haircut can make bad hair color look good. But a bad haircut can make...
I
No?
like cutting hair dry.
I like that.
How many of you have had your haircut dry? Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you like about it? Huh? It was more even?
Precise.
It's more precise. Okay, let's talk about why. Does anybody want to know why?
Different haircut.
No.
I mean, somebody hair straight and curly.
I'm sorry?
I said, how are you gonna cut someone's hair straight if their hair is curly when they straight?
You know what? You make an amazing point, but you know there's an actual, like, scientific reason why. You want to know why? It's a real thing. And you're going to use it the rest of your whole career. So all of your work that you've done here in school literally comes down to this, whether you know this truth or you don't. That's how important it is. Because I watch a lot of people literally ruin clients' hair just because they don't remember this one thing. So here it is.
We'll talk about it.
We are doing a chemical manipulation to hair when we wet it, just so we can do a mechanical removal.
Working a high unit bond.
Sure, we've changed everything about the polypeptide chain. There you go, you went there, I'll go there with you. Okay, let's just get down to like the reality of it. What do we change? Hair type, texture, length, density, right? Elasticity. Now, if we want to get like really like Bill Nye, the science guy, about the whole thing, we're also changing the mass, we're changing the volume. True? I like to give the analogy of a slinky. And if you put a weight on a slinky and all of a sudden it's just like adding water to hair. It not only does it stretch, right? But it's heavier. Because why? Because water adds weight. So it basically creates tension, right? So my texture, my straight hair gets even straighter. Yeah, you heard. I'm just making sure you're paying attention. You night crew guys, like, y'all gonna take a nap on the job. Thank you. So my straight hair gets straighter when I add water to it. Anybody else's hair gets straight when they add water to it? No? Lies. Like water, like out of the sink water, like real water. Water. I don't care where it comes from. It could be, a puddle in front of your house. It could be rain. It could be the shower, if you choose to take one. It could be all kinds of things. Any kind of water. It could be the ocean, any kind of water. And when we add water to our hair, it gets heavier. Right? My hair isn't nearly this curly when it's wet. Bottom line. Anybody else manage their hair using heat? Yeah? So you've manipulated it, but then all of a sudden, the natural texture at some point will take over, will it not? How many of you like to start a haircut wet and end it dry? Yeah? I started doing that in hair school too. I learned a lot about it. So here's the truth. Ready? The stronger the tension that I put on hair, any kind of tension. Water is tension because it pulls down. When I put a comb through hair, it's tension, right? The stronger the tension that I put on hair, the softer the shape will ultimately be. Keep pulling on hair, and all of a sudden at a certain point, the natural texture will take over, and all of a sudden you get a line that looks like this. True? So what happens when you dry hair after you've cut that laser straight line and it's all wet? Doesn't the natural texture take over and it looks like this? It looks wavy? True? All right. So the opposite is true also. That the softer the tension, the lighter the tension that I put on this hair, the stronger the line will be. So in her case, I know that she's a little bit heat altered, but she also probably wears it like this on the regular, so I'm okay with it because she's basically agreed to the fact that she's going to have to do this all the time, and I get that. But regardless, do we see how the texture is not changing and it's not springing back when I cut this line? Am I going to be drying it after this? So is that line going to stay strong? So I can rely on the fact that that's not going anywhere, right? And that's a good line. So I said at the very beginning that I'm here about your money. This is a really important thing that we need to remember when we're going to start cutting hair for clients. Oh, by the way, you can start making clients now. This school will never, ever compete against you to keep that client. They would much rather you take them with you, by the way. You can start being successful right now building clients. Did you know that? How many of you started building a clientele right now? Fantastic. Absolutely. That means you're not going to be poor when you leave here. Because there's absolutely no requirement in the hair industry to be poor. Congratulations. Like, I mean, you're beating the curve, really. So, if I can protect the relationship, let me just ask, how many of you, especially the ladies in here who have had long hair at some point in their life, how many of you have said, I want to keep my length? Anybody, any takers? Great. And how many of you have had your hair cut too short after you said that? And how many of you loved your hairstylist after they took all the hair off of your head and made you very angry? Okay, guess what? I've actually had clients sit in my chair for the first time ever when they were sitting in someone else's chair for 15 years only because their hairstylist before me wouldn't stop cutting their hair too short. And you want to know what happens more often than not? Is because when they cut the hair wet and they forget about the principle that we just talked about as far as putting too much tension on the hair, and then it springs back and it looks all wavy, so then what do? They clean it up again. Remember, start wet, end dry. What are you ending when you end dry? It's not just working in here, is it? Oh no, it's cleaning that line up again, isn't it? True? We go back and we tip all the high points in that entire haircut. And the problem with that is now all of a sudden we've lost another inch, have we not? Did your client agree to lose an extra inch after the haircut because you had to go back and clean it up? That extra inch might cost you the client. Is that fair? So if we can be very careful and understand this principle, then we can make sure that our retention stays high because we're not chasing clients out of our chair and we don't even realize we're doing it. See how important that principle is? You can do all the most amazing hair cutting in the world through here, and it means nothing if you keep cutting this too short. All because we didn't realize that by cutting it wet and then cutting it dry, all of a sudden we're taking too much off that we didn't agree to. Pretty amazing, huh? Took me 4.5 years into my career to figure that out. Good news is that's why I actually have these classes and do this now, is so that I can say it to you so that you never have to make that mistake. I'm not up here because I'm smarter than you. I'm up here because I've made more mistakes. And everybody got real quiet. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all doing all right? Some of you are kind of lit up. Some of you are kind of like... Okay, so talking about that line. Feel a little bit better? A little bit fuller? A little bit cleaner? Awesome. So we're making some progress, aren't we? Great. Okay. So let's talk about what we can expect from scissors. I know Dallas has been talking to you guys about how scissors work. Let's talk about how they actually operate. So every single one of us in here, because we're going to cut hair sometime in our career, because that's why we're in school, not your head this way if you're in school right now, great, awesome. And we tend to buy scissors just like this, closed. We hold them, we like them, they feel good. Oh, it's like a good pair of shoes, a good pair of pants. Oh, they just feel good in my hand, it makes me happy. Oh, what length is it? Oh, this happens to be a 6-inch scissor because I said so, I like it, it looks visually appealing. I have big hands, I have small hands, I have big feet, I have round eyes, whatever it is that tells me that my scissors are a good fit for me. I hear it all the time. Here's what I don't hear. I never hear stylists tell me what's happening right here. The problem with that is this. This is where you make your money. Everybody with me so far? So when I ask a stylist, okay, tell me about your scissors, and they can't tell me whether or not it makes the hair come into the blades or whether it makes the hair go out of the blades or what's happening and whatnot, you know that you may have a really good scissor right now but have absolutely no idea how it works. I see that a lot. Where people will buy something and they get upset with it because it's not doing whatever their expectation is that it should do. And so then what do? Do they blame themselves? They blame the scissor. Oh, well, this scissor, it was too expensive, it was too this, it was too that, it's too heavy, it's too long, it's too short, it's too wide, it's too green, it's too whatever. It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that most of the time we have absolutely no idea what the scissor is supposed to do, so then we can't compare it to anything else. You with me? Cool, off from the apex of the ear. Does anybody know why? Because everybody has ears. Good God, for the rest of you guys that are just completely asleep. There's some extra chairs down here in the front if you want. You can see. So check this out. This scissor actually pushes the hair forward. And so that line that we saw a minute ago, I'm going to correct it by making vertical space in her vertical color. Does everybody know what I mean when I say vertical color? Anybody want to tell the rest of us what vertical color is?
That's the section they use when they
Right, because why? Because it's darker here, lighter here, right? Anybody in here have highlights, lowlights, something like that? Well, what does your natural look like? Is it not darker than it is out here? Right? When the sun works on your hair, this is the oldest hair on your head, so it's probably going to be the lightest. True? Go to the beach and find out which hair gets lighter faster. This gets lighter faster than this. Right? So, if I'm working vertically, is she going to look like a cupcake later with all the light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark? Kind of like what she looks like right now, right? And then it's stripy when you do layers in vertical color. True? Because layers make horizontal lines. No matter how you cross-check, they're always going to make horizontal lines. So, if I go through and do this technique here, I can soften all of the lines that she's already got in her head. And you say, Jason, what's the benefit of that? The benefit is the fact that I can blend this nicely without taking off a whole bunch of hair. How many of you would have cross-checked this rather than worked vertically in this? Right, exactly. Cross-check here, correct? The problem with cross-checking here is that we always connect the low points, don't we? If we cross-check and we have a little dip, what do you have to do? You have to connect from here to here to the dip. And then what tends to happen when we're working on a real person is that by the time we get up here, we have a layer that looks like that. And that's not cute. So, if I'm working vertically, am I protecting her length? Absolutely. And I can soften everything about this color. You have a question? Hit me. What's up?
I was going to ask where you actually taking anything off and you said you said.
Well, that's the thing. I'm taking it off. If you want to come up here and see the little tiny bits of hair that are coming off, what's beautiful about this is the fact that I don't have to cut all the hairs to give her the right haircut. Here you go. Another principle. You ready? What's the definition of a haircut? Oh God, here we go. Two cut hair. I love that answer. Anybody else want to throw something else at me? definition of a haircut, guys? You do them all the time. What's the definition?
Changing the shape of.
Changing the shape, okay? Does it have to be changing the shape?
Maybe refining the shape?
Yeah.
That just says the same thing.
That's somebody who watches too much Jeopardy. They're going to throw like a synonym at me and see if that sticks. What else you got? What's the definition of a haircut? Speak up. Talk to me. Shaping the hair. All right. Let's try this. Give this a go. Definition of a haircut, according to me, like that means anything. It's what's left on the head, not what's on the floor. Uh-oh. Let's try that one more time. Definition of a haircut. It's what's left on the head, not what's on the floor. Your client pays you to not scalp them bald. True? So when they come in and they ask or they have issues, so on and so forth, you're here to solve a problem that no one else has solved. But at the end of the day, what do they want? They want hair still on their head, do they not? So if I cut a whole bunch of it off, we got a problem. True? So if I have this client come in and, she's going to, pay me to solve a problem, the best thing I can possibly do is solve it with the least amount of issues possible and the least amount of invasive surgery possible. She didn't come in so that she can have a limb cut off. She just wants a little bit of fixing done. True? So if I can take that weight line out in the simplest manner possible with the least amount of hair coming off, do you think she's going to be happy with that? Absolutely. Do you think she's going to want to pay me twice for this haircut? No, never. And what do we call a client that, what's the R word that we use for a client that keeps coming back? Retention, I heard it in the back. Retention, absolutely. Check this out. I told you I'm here about your money. The people that have already left, they have absolutely no idea what I'm about to say right now. They're going to miss it hardcore. In a world full of technology and an industry that continues to go really, really fast and create new things and is very innovative, there's one thing that you can't out-innovate, and that's people coming back and sitting in your chair more than once. Every single person in here hopes, whether they know it or not, you hope that you provide something to enough people that they keep coming back over and over again, and that they tell more people, and those people keep coming back too, and that's how you build a book. Does everybody understand that concept, build a book? So no matter what you do in this industry, I don't care what you do, where you do it, how much it costs for you to do that. Retention is people. We're in the people business. Nod your head this way if you understand what I just said. Because without that, everything you're doing here doesn't make any sense at all. I told you, this is just a conversation that's literally going to elevate what you do behind your chair right now, because this is literally how you're going to be a professional. You're practicing the professionalism that you're going to have out there in a situation where right now they can teach you how to not have bad habits. Did you know that you can practice how to fail right now?